Welcome to another edition of Cranky Gun Reviews. For the first time, you're seeing the newest footage from my GoPro. I bought a GoPro Hero 8, so that's what I'm recording this on. Hopefully the audio and the video quality is much better than it ever has been before. Now this video is going to be kind of a update on something. A while back I did the video on the Stevens Model 301, the ultra budget 410 break action shotgun, single shot shotgun. And while that's a very functional gun and utilitarian and it's very inexpensive, you can buy it for less than $200. Over the weekend, I was in another shop looking for some magazines and some random stuff, and I happened upon something that I just couldn't pass up. Ever since I've bought that Harrington and Richardson Model 088 in 20 gauge, that break action with that nice case blued receiver and everything like that, I've really been thinking about trying to get another one of those in either 410 or 12 gauge. I really didn't want to get a 12 gauge because even the 20 gauge is punishing with that plastic butt pad slamming into my shoulder. So I figured if I ever found either a New England Firearms or a Harrington and Richardson Model 410 break action shotgun that had that case hardened bluing and a nice stock on it, I would get it. So while I was in a gun shop over the weekend, and no, it's not this one, this is just another shop that I bought a couple guns from, Bear Arms. They're in Orange, Massachusetts. Go support them if you want to. But I was in another shop looking, and I happened to find a New England Firearms 410 bore Pardner shotgun. And it's a break action single shot shotgun, exactly like the Harrington and Richardson Model 088 that I have, except it's in 410 bore. And if you remember back to my video where I talked about the Harrington and Richardson, I did mention that for a while they were kind of the same company. Harrington and Richardson started in Worcester years ago, and they moved to Gardner. They'd been in Gardner. They kind of went bankrupt, got bought out, changed names. They were New England Firearms for a while, and then they got bought out by, I think Marlin bought them out, or somebody bought them out in the 90s, and then they ended up shutting down for good around, I think it was 1997, somewhere around there. So I'm not sure the year on this gun yet. I haven't particularly looked it up, but it is a nice New England Firearms case hardened bluing receiver with a wood stock, single shot break action Pardner 410 with a full choke. So let's go ahead and check it out.
So here we have the New England Firearms Pardner break action 410 shotgun. You can see here on the end of the butt plate, it's a plastic butt plate. It says NEF, New England Firearms. The wood on this, I believe, is probably birch, but it is a very, very nice piece of birch. And as we move down the gun, you can see that beautiful tiger stripe in that case hardened bluing. And as I zoom in here, you can see New England Firearm Company. And again, nice thick barrel with that nice foregrip on there. And the barrel has a full choke in it. As I tip it up here, you can see 410 3-inch full choke and Pardner model SB1. So this, again, just a very good budget utilitarian gun. Look at how thick the end of this barrel is. It's kind of ironic, actually. I weighed this gun next to the 20 gauge Harrington and Richardson that I have, and this weighs over 2 pounds more than the Harrington and Richardson. That one's 5 pounds. I believe this one was 7 pounds 8 ounces. But the functionality is exactly the same between this and the Harrington and Richardson. Again, it's exactly the same design. New England Firearms and Harrington and Richardson are affectionately the same exact company. New England Firearms is just an interim name that they had after the Harrington and Richardson name got bought out. Now the foregrip on this gun is quite a bit different than the one I have on the 20 gauge Harrington and Richardson, and I'll show that here in a minute. But first, more of that beautiful case hardened bluing. And here again, we have the 20 gauge Harrington Richardson on the bottom. Again, I believe this has a birch stock, that beautiful tiger stripe, case hardened bluing. And again, this is the Harrington and Richardson Model 088. Here again, you can see that the foregrip on this one has a nice rounded profile going to the front. And on the 410, it has that little bit of a hand groove in there. But again, on the New England Firearms, that beautiful tiger stripe case hardened bluing and that beautiful wood stock. As I come around here, you can see the difference that even though the butt plates, the profile is just about the same. This one on the left is the Harrington and Richardson. You can see that old script H&R logo on the end of the stock there. And on the New England Firearms, you see the NEF, which again is a newer version. But for all intent and purposes, these two guns are the exact same model, exact same functionality, same manual of arms, and they both have that beautiful tiger stripe case hardened bluing. And you can see how thick that 410 barrel profile is on the right here compared to the 20 gauge on the left. So the 410 with a little bit extra heft and being a smaller caliber, I'm sure is going to be a pleasure to shoot.
Well, I hope you're enjoying the first video that I've taken on my GoPro. And actually, I'm not sure if you can tell the difference, but all the footage of the rifle itself or the shotgun itself was filmed with my phone, and I'm switching back to the GoPro at the end of the video. I'm again here in my bathroom studio in my house right now. With Christmas coming and my daughter's birthday, it's really about the only room in my house that's clean enough and bright enough that I can do this recording. So I kind of like coming in here. It has a good audio tone, even though it's a tiny bit echoey. It's not really too bad. So thank you again for joining me on another edition of Cranky Gun Reviews. Again, talking about a utilitarian firearm, the New England Firearms 410 break action Pardner shotgun. I hope you enjoyed this, and I really hope that we get some great footage in the future using the GoPro. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching, liking, and sharing my videos. That's how I'm able to afford this GoPro and to keep this channel going. Although I say that, I've always said if I didn't make any money, I would continue making these videos anyway, because there's just information that I wish was available when I was looking for guns that there's not a lot out there on certain subjects. That's why I like making these videos, and I'll continue to make them. But just a reminder, if someone asks you to give up some of your freedom for the greater good, you remind them that freedom is the greater good. Support your 2A rights. God bless America. Get out there and shoot. Just have a great day.